from Goa, our own Meenakshi Martin. Startups who have been showcasing their products, friends from the film industry, captains from the industry, my media friends, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to the end of the Tech Media Startup Expo 2024, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we have achieved over the last 5 days. This event has been a celebration of innovation, collaboration, and the limitless potential of Goa's culture and creative spirit. To all the startups, partners, organizers and attendees, your enthusiasm and creativity have brought this event to life. It is your vision and hard work that will define the Goa of tomorrow. We have been talking about the country and the Honorable Prime Minister talking about the 3 T's which is close to him, the trade, technology and tourism, which have been the driving forces as we look at India becoming a 30 trillion economy by 2047, what we call as Vikasit Bharat 2047. India has arrived and nobody can take it away. The talent in India is abundant and we can see it in different forms. When I came in over here, I had the opportunity to interact with the 5 startups on a very small time just to interact and understand what it is. We are not old, but then we realize that the potential to think differently has started in the country with the thought of being a startup. The way the media has been there, the way things have been moving, it has always been spoken about Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kerala, stories of startups being done over there. And when it comes to Goa, I think Goa is, as we are transforming, we should understand that we are no longer a destination only for tourism and leisure. We are becoming a destination for ideas, innovation and creativity. This expo is proof that Goa is ready to take its place as India's creative capital. When I'm saying creative capital, please take it seriously. And a global hub for technology and entrepreneurship. This expo has been a platform for extraordinary ideas, showcasing startups that are redefining tech media and showcasing Goa's emergence as a hub for innovation and creativity. Over 5 days with insightful sessions on topics like Her Story, Her Screen that celebrated women in media. In our own startup policy, we have a special place and incentives for the women entrepreneurs. Incidentally, almost 33% of our startups in Goa are driven by women. I think the women should clap here. Sometimes what is done is not appreciated. What is not done comes as a point. But I think in Goa, I think we must be at 33%, one of the highest in the country. The other sessions were about the role of blockchain, in protecting the creators in the digital space, AI leading innovation and the ever-changing dynamics of the media and the cinema industry. These topics not only sound interesting, but I'm given to believe that they were impactful too. Raj just spoke about it. Our government is committed to building a robust ecosystem where creativity and technology flourish. Initiatives like the Startup Goa policy, the digital nomad movement, and the electronic manufacturing cluster are not just policies, they are promises to our entrepreneurs and innovators. We are here to support you, provide the resources you need, and ensure that Goa remains a beacon for innovation and collaboration. As we move forward, I urge everyone, startups, investors, and industry leaders to continue building on the momentum we have created here. Together, we can shape Goa into a destination that attracts global talent, fosters groundbreaking ideas, and sets benchmarks for creativity and technology. This was told to me that I should be talking about these points when I entered in. I'm not used to reading, but it made me put these lines together. But coming to Goa, we have to understand that creativity is there. From COVID, we have realized that a lot of things from work from Goa became workation Goa. We use some opportunities out of adversity. We have people like Malin here who have been the sons of the soil working hard to ensure that they stay here and make a mark for themselves. It is very easy to say that some opportunities are not available, so we need to go somewhere and do something more. But being there and doing something and proving yourself needs a lot of sacrifices and needs a lot of, what is the word I would use for that, challenges which are there. You should be able to take up on these challenges. In Goa, we have been always talking about tourism, we have been talking about Goa beyond beaches today, we have been talking about how we can attract Goa in terms of tourism, not only in terms of the sun, sand and sea, but we are talking about various verticals away from the sea. Wonderful hinterlands, we have talking about today adventure trails, we are talking about wellness, we are talking about how to promote MICE weddings. We are trying to create a further ecosystem which can help us transit this into economics and employment. For every government, the challenge is that we need to have our economics right and the employment right. Goa is a place where when we talk about MSMEs, we talk about things. Contribution to the GDP from MSMEs is roughly about 30%. For contribution of tourism to the GDP in Goa is roughly about 16.43%. But tourism contributes to almost about 35-40% of the direct and indirect employment. So here it's not only a department, it's an industry and everything is correlated. So when we talk about technology, we talk about things that have transited. Everything connects to these three T's: trade, technology and tourism, what the Honorable Prime Minister has been talking about. Many of you have been coming from various parts of the country and various parts of the world. You all have been experiencing it differently when you are working over there, and you have come down for IFI. You all must have had an impact in your own way. I'm very happy, and I should congratulate him that he was able to get a check from a Japanese investor coming into him. These are stories that build up, but we have to understand that Goa has its own, we call it Parshuram Bhumi, we call it Goicha Saibaso Zago, the place the exposition also is on. And these are the things which make somebody move very successful in the ventures he takes up if he starts from Goa. I'm not being emotional, but I'm being very clear about how we make things happen. And for that, we go and see whether it's the government or the people have an attitude to ensure that things which need to be done will be done the way it is required to be, with a very clear round of hospitality that we have inborn in all of us. Hence, as we talk about creative space, we talk about making an impact on things. Raj spoke about, he's been quite kind, and I should appreciate and thank him for putting the efforts and making this successful. A round of applause to Raj. But the entire team in a short while has put things together. You asked me 2.5 months before. We didn't even know that we would be doing this year or no. We came out from this Media Tech last year, and we needed to transit, we needed to move ahead. But government, bureaucracy and its own handles, I wouldn't be critical, but then we have our own internal challenges which we need to overcome. And we are doing it. We are doing it in a manner that allows the industry to come and collaborate. So I think Goa is one of the few places where the industry, the academia and the government sits together, whether it's policies or whether it's things to be done. And that's why we can proactively talk about how things can transit for the betterment of a startup who thinks about starting in Goa. The only thing which we look for here is you need to help us in skilling, reskilling, upskilling of the local talent. We need to ensure that the employment is a priority to the locals. We will help you build up the story, help us build up the story. So I think here, as we take things together, and you will have a wonderful evening with the 5 startups that are coming in with new ideas, right from field production to the outreach to MSMEs and advertising and moving them ahead. I think as the country is here to stay and talk about innovation, we are also here to talk not only about tourism, but also about technology. Let's collaborate and do it better. So I would like to end by only thanking you for being part of this transformative journey. And this journey is called Goa. Thank you, Jai Hind.